We said in Module 1 that distributed systems are all around us, and they are already sizable, so we need to manage them well. We will learn today about resource management, and in particular, scheduling in distributed systems. Resource management and scheduling address in distributed systems a dual challenge, split into numerous specific problems. All of them are essentially problems of matching workload to resources so that the workload runs well and the resources are well used. First, the challenge from the perspective of the system user. These are operators of applications running on distributed systems. There are numerous problems, each easy to formulate in high-level terms, but with specific functional and non-functional requirements related to each type of application. For example, for a scientific application, the distributed system may need to coordinate the execution of many tasks, often interrelated and thus forming a workflow. How to coordinate these tasks? For a group of students, no student should have an advantage by getting access to more or faster resources than their peers, so how to keep things fair? For a business application, deadlines may be very important, so how to complete the work by its due time? For a mass transportation system, there are peaks during the rush hours and valleys for the rest of the day. How to scale elastically, so up to the peak and down for the rest? For an online game, responsiveness is important, but even a little bit of slow response, if sudden, can cause many players to rage quit. How to keep responses fast and stable? There are many more such problems and questions. So, second, we see a challenge from the perspective of the system itself. These are operators of the machine and software that form most of the distributed system. As for the first challenge, the system must also take many resource management and scheduling decisions for itself related to the many problems and questions, including, for a typical data center, there are many more machines than are useful for any single application. So, how to share the resources between applications? For a cloud, resources, services, and applications are offered with pre-agreed contracts. How to ensure the quality for the specified cost? For IoT, edge fog computing, with smaller resources placed closer to users, which resources to provision, to whom and when? For a grid computing system and HPC center, how to scale the computation? For a big data or artificial intelligence and especially machine learning user, how to scale the data? Later, when considering entire distributed ecosystems, resource management and scheduling may extend to combining system and networking level decisions. All these are aspects of resource management and scheduling. In this module, we will focus in particular on scheduling.